We all make mistakes. It's part of life. But what happens when we make mistakes in our business that has a negative impact on our income? Maybe it's something where we end up in a lawsuit, or even in the worst case scenario, it shuts our business down completely. And look, I get it. I've made my fair share of mistakes and probably more than most. Fortunately, nothing that shut my business down. So today I'm going to share with you the 7 biggest mistakes that new realtors make and what you can do to avoid these mistakes and see them coming before they happen.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
I want to see you get into production quickly and not be held back by mistakes that if had you known about beforehand, you never would have made in the first place. I'm the Modern Agent Jeff Ruby, and I help real estate agents launch, build, and scale profitable businesses. That's right, the ones that actually make you money. Now, there are many more mistakes than the 7 that I'm going to go over with you today, but what I found is that these 7 are the most common mistakes, and they're so easy to not make as long as you know about them ahead of time. So let's jump right into it. The first mistake that almost every new realtor makes is not having a lead generation model. Look, not having a lead generation model is going to leave you helpless because leads are the lifeline in this business. They're the blood that flows through the veins that keeps things going, that keeps things alive in your business. Now, when I first got started, I did not have a lead generation model. I was trying everything out there and seeing what stuck. And then what I did was one day, I stumbled upon doing open houses. Now, I started on a real estate team as a buyer's agent. So that was my main job, was to do open houses. So I embraced it. I learned how to do them well. And one day there was something happened. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that I made.
What is it?
So I was doing an open house real early in my career, and I had gotten things set up a little bit haphazardly, and I happened to lay down on the couch for just a minute, of course. The next thing I know, my foot is being rattled by a gentleman standing there asking if I'm having an open house. Now, of course, I had fallen asleep, and this caught me completely off guard. I was embarrassed. I popped up out off the couch and said, yes, sir, we're having an open house. He went off and did his thing with his family, and I sat there with my hand in my hands and going, oh my gosh, I can't believe this just happened. Well, I met him out on the back porch. We started talking. We really hit it off. We were developing a relationship. We had a lot in common. I apologized. He accepted it. He was totally fine with it. But I didn't have a lead generation strategy, so I was just showing up and doing whatever, whenever. I didn't have an open house strategy. And that's what caught me off guard. Now, long story short, they ended up being clients of mine, and I did sell them a home. So make sure you develop a lead generation model so you don't get caught sleeping. The second biggest mistake that I see new realtors making is listening too much to what other people are telling you about the business. Now, I know when I first got started, I was told I had to have all this money saved up, I needed to have nice clothes and drive a nice car and do all of these things a certain way. But what I quickly found out was that these people on the outside didn't really know what it was like to be a realtor.
Damn.
You see, there's a lot of people out there that will tell you that it's really hard and you can't do it, and all of the things that I was told as well, but I know that you can do it.
Aww.
So be very careful about listening too much to what other people are saying, because when you buy others' opinions, you also buy their lifestyle. Number 3 is preparation and not being prepared. It was like me going to the open house. I was not prepared. I didn't have enough sleep. I didn't have a system. I think I was actually running late when I did that. So in order to be prepared, there are things that you need to have in place. Things such as scripts and dialogues, presentations and consultations, marketing material. How are you branding yourself? All of these things that come into being prepared and not being caught off guard, right? You see, this is being proactive versus being reactive. In other words, not waiting until something happens to implement it, but doing things right from the beginning and being proactive. Number 4, and probably the most important by far, is not having a coach, not having an accountability partner, not having a mentor, not having somebody who has a vested interest in your success.
I know you can do it.
Now, I understand because coaching can be very expensive. If you'd like to know more about my free coaching program, there's also a link down below where you can check that out. But having a coach, somebody that holds you accountable to your goals and help guide you in the right direction, is so incredibly important. Every successful person in every industry, especially real estate, has a coach. So make sure that you don't go this alone. Make sure you're not just relying on the broker or the brokerage to help you. You need to have a very specific person that's vested into your success. Number 5, which ties into not having a coach, is not having any goals. See, we all have things that we want, our dreams and our desires. But in order for them to become goals, they have to be written down, and a plan has to be put together in order to achieve those goals. Now, once a strategy is put together, now you can put together the tactics and things that you're going to do specifically on a daily basis to help reach that end goal. But before you can do that, you have to have your life organized. I will give you a tip right now when you are doing your goals is do your personal goals first, because the purpose of business, the reason why you got into real estate was to provide the money to allow you to live the life that you want to live, right?
This is the life.
So make sure you do your personal goals first, then design your business goals around your personal goals. This way your business is supporting your life instead of your life supporting your business. Number 6 is not having a schedule. Once you have your goals in place and you've put your personal goals first and your business goals second, now you can actually take the time to create a schedule around those goals. This is what we call the tactics and strategies that are within your framework of your goals. Now, you may be part-time, it's possible you're a full-time agent. Either way, it's extremely important to make sure that you have hour by hour throughout your day scheduled. That's not a hard thing to do, is sit down in front of your calendar and pencil out, I use that term loosely, but using an electronic calendar, each hour of the day. Now, I know that sounds very strict, but here's the thing, you guys. It's easy to time block. It's not so easy to actually follow it. But what it does is it gives you structure in your personal life and in your business to reach maximum efficiency to hit your goals. Now, number 7, and this is one of my favorites, and this is not willing to get uncomfortable. I say every new agent needs to get comfortable being uncomfortable. That means you're learning. You see, when we're in uncomfortable situations, our bodies and our minds do things to keep us alive, right? So when we feel that and we have that pressure and we're uncomfortable, the more we do that, the more we learn. The more we learn, the more we grow. Now, I'm not saying put yourself in physically dangerous, uncomfortable situations.
Like an American ninja.
But what I'm saying is things that may seem uncomfortable to you, it's probably because they're new. And anytime anything is new, it's uncomfortable. Think of a new pair of shoes, for example. You know, you put those on and the first couple of times you wear them, maybe you get blisters, they might not be comfortable on your feet, but once they're broken in, now you're comfortable. So you got comfortable being uncomfortable because you weren't gonna go return those shoes, right? You knew that you would become comfortable as a result of using those. So get comfortable being uncomfortable. Now that wraps up 7 of the biggest mistakes that new realtors make and what you can do to avoid them and be prepared for them. So if you enjoyed this video and you received value from it, go ahead and click the like button down below and don't forget to subscribe because I put out new videos every week to help you launch, build, and scale profitable businesses. I also respond to all comments, so make sure and ask your questions, add your comments down below, and until next time, see ya.